What's up, fellas?
Nico.
Hey, guys. We're here now.
Run that shit back, Turbo.
Hey, yeah, that's what I'm about to say. I said Nico looked like he just got done shooting Breaking 3.
Yeah.
Oh man, calling out here pandering with his shirt, alive and well.
I'm like, hey, Zach,
boy, is he? Boy, is he?
Hey, we're okay with it now.
So here's the truth. While we're recording,
yes,
I was too fat to wear this previously.
Okay.
And now that I'm not,
hey, talk your shit.
This still
talk
has
your
the,
shit, Queen.
This still has the crispy ass screen print.
Hey, talk your shit, Queen.
You gotta wear it.
You know when you run your hands over it and it just feels like it just came off the screen printer.
Hey, we're here for it.
Fresh one, never been washed. You can wear it. I'm all for that, man. That's a supportive move.
It's a brand new sweatshirt too.
Hashtag finally can wear it.
Hashtag finally can wear it.
Hashtag can finally wear it.
Hashtag not as fat.
Right. Hashtag
not as fat.
Still killing the game.
Hashtag out here / in the building / we're both out here and in the building.
Yes, the whole thing.
Hashtag I never left.
Hashtag
I've always
in the
been
kitchen.
in the building. I'm in the kitchen. Hashtag I work here.
Oh, I actually have to. We're recording right now, but I actually have to write a couple questions for this podcast while we're recording. Talk amongst yourselves, gentlemen.
Nico, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm really excited. I just spoke to my therapist, who I haven't spoke to in like a month, and we're going back to doing sessions, which I'm really excited for. Probably in need of. Yeah,
I'm sure it's gonna be. I'm sure it's gonna be quite a change, because since you were, from the time that you were going there, from the time that you took a break till now, you really got into working out a little bit more.
Yeah,
it's so been, I'm sure your mindset is going to be a little bit different in a good way.
Yeah, the mind in that like month and a half that I haven't been seeing her. I mean, I've been working out mostly like all through quarantine. And I did start like the drinking and all that shit while still talking to her. Mm-hmm. And then while she was gone is when I eventually, like just a few days, I think 2 days now, that I decided to not drink anymore. And yeah, so it's 2 days. I had to put it in my calendar because I didn't keep track last time. It was my birthday. Well,
he already hit record. So this is accountability season, baby.
Right. So now it's on record.
In college football, when they throw up the 4 in the fourth quarter, we're throwing up the 2 right now.
No, the USC victory.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So it's we have a lot to talk about for sure. But I'm excited to just get it fucking on paper.
Yeah, man.
Oh, you got funny story. If you guys want to hear about, I did that gig at Artifice.
Go on.
When I was supposed to go live last week.
Kick in any doors? What happened this time?
I didn't kick in any doors.
Okay.
Wasn't wildin', but they always asked me to start at 9, and I couldn't. Like I was there, and I couldn't figure out like why my sound wasn't coming out. So for 30 minutes, me and the sound guy are just like doing our thing, and I'm like, dude, I can't figure it out. Like we do this every week. Everything's exactly the same. What the fuck is the problem? He's like, well, it's not coming from my end. Like we tested a mic on every channel. Like I'm fine over here. He's like, no offense, it's coming from your end. So I'm like updating Serato, which I usually am on top of anyways. Happened to be an update, didn't help. I'm like, do I have the same right firmware? I'm good. And 30 minutes later, almost 40 minutes later, my reverse switch is on my channels.
What?
Both channels.
Okay.
Like, so my left and right volume faders are on reverse, like they're hamster.
Uh-huh.
Why is that even an option? Who the fuck plays hamster on volume faders?
Oh, that is
I can
true.
understand a crossfader putting a reverse on, but volume faders, why is that even a feature on any mixer? I was pissed because I never have done that, and I accidentally like kicked the volume down, and then boom, like Whitney Houston's blaring through the speakers, which was just a random song I had on.
Oh
like,
no!
And he was like, "There it is." I was like, "But my faders are all the way down." I was like, "I can't DJ like this," so I threw them up, and the music went off, and I was like, "Oh shit, there's a reverse." And the sound guy looked at me like, "You fucking asshole." Thankfully, we have such a good rapport with each other, and like, it sucks because he's usually like, "Yo, like, you're the only DJ in here who knows what they're doing and understands sound design, and you know, like, it's always great. I love working with you. It's always so fast."
Nick was like, "Hold my Pellegrino."
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what that was the moment I was like, okay. We're not taking anymore.
We had Kaz. Kaz was coming in, but
fake out.
He did a little pump fake.
He said 1 second. No, this is nice. We'll get to do a little preemptive to the podcast, which we never get to do.
Yeah, this is a new little format right now that we're doing.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
In the comments, please let us know how you like this new format.
Yeah, so today our guest is DJ KA5 out of Miami. Excuse me. Oh my God, we're very excited to have him. I just came from Victoria Bar.
Oh, is that okay?
I had a beautiful plant-based chicken tenders and fries, and I can't say enough good things about Victoria Bar. I'm there all the time.
Well, why don't you keep going then? Keep going. Keep talking about it.
Keep talking. All right, yeah. Victoria Bar is great. Let's get that. let's get that.
I've heard enough. We're good.
All right. So we have KA5 on the podcast today from Miami. If you guys have been tuning into the past 3 to 5 episodes, you'll see a little theme here. We're accidentally rolling with the Miami DJs. Miami
takeover.
South Beach.
Because they're open right now. Oh, here he goes right now.
Bringing the heat. Will Smith.
I love Wait,
what's the sample? And the beat goes on.
Yeah.
George Benson.
There he is.
Hey, what's good, Kaz?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah. I was trying to see if I was gonna put my headphones on or not. Hold on, let me see. I wanted to see. So it sounds good right now, right?
It does sound good.
Sounds good. See you later.
And that's our show. Thanks, guys.
Man,
peace out, y'all. We'll see you guys next week. Be safe. Wear your mask. Should we start? We're already recording.
I'm at my new place.
Oh, hell yeah!
Dude, I moved from where the spot you went to. I'll show you my place. I'd rather have my headphones on.
Oh, there we go. That does sound better.
Smooth.
That's better, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, dude.
What's up?
We'll definitely get into all of that talk. We will roll. We'll roll it from the top.
I gotta take a bite real quick because I was like making food and.
We're definitely gonna be talking about that then.
All right, Travis, give me a clap when you're ready for me to start. Not a 3 clap. This is the 5 on 5 podcast, not a soul clap, presented by directmusicservice.com. I am Phenom. To my right is Jupiter Williams. Below me, Nick Lopez coming live from Las Vegas. And our special guest today, all the way from MIA. Make some noise for DJ KA5.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yo.
What up? I'm finishing my last bite. My bad. I'm finishing.
No, you're good.
Hey, what is that last bite of? Pause.
Okay. So, I'm huge into bowls, like making bowls of like stuff. So, this is picadillo, which is like Cuban ground beef stew with cauliflower rice and black beans. So
nice.
Yeah,
I'm on the partially healthy life. So
yeah, you're getting there, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
Baby steps.
I like to
high in protein, low in carbs.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm
high and low. I like that. That.
I'm very like, I don't eat carbs. When I'm at home, like at my crib, I try not to keep any like sweets, anything. So I eat super healthy when I'm at home. So when I'm out, I'm like, all right, like let's turn the fuck up and let's eat everything. Or like, I hate to be out and be like, damn, I'm thinking about my diet, because I try to like do everything at home. to give myself the luxuries when I'm out,
Smart.
Makes it that much easier.
Yeah.
Smart.
Super.
This is the 5 on 5 podcast. What we do every week, we compare two artists head to head, their top 5 songs as viewed most popular on Spotify. This week is my pick. Gentlemen, I had to clear the schedule for this one. There was a rumbling on the depths of the World Wide Web today, and I had to clear my schedule. I think you guys know exactly what the fuck time it is. Fucking Cactus Jack versus Future.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Oh, wow.
Travis Scott versus Future.
Let's go.
So the hot button topic about this is supposedly this is in the works. This is like a versus that's going to be an actual thing. So we're going to get to that, and hopefully this episode drops before that drops, and everybody will listen to it and be like, "Oh, you guys are fucking idiots," but we love you anyway. Let's start with number 1, gentlemen. Travis Scott, Goosebumps, or Future, Life is Good? Which one are you picking, Cass?
Goosebumps, 1000%.
Okay.
Like it's. So I was gonna ask you guys, what's the rating system here? Like, do you guys rate by like from your DJ side as like what it pops off, your personal choice? Is it like
all personal choice?
All personal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's all personal choice, and the rating system is we're at the mercy of Spotify. So this is Spotify's top 5.
Right. Yeah. I've heard the other one, and it's not the most popular. It's whatever is hitting, depending on viral or
like
whatever,
what's going on with them. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Cool. Pretty much. And you can include as much or as little information as you want to back up your decision. If you just want to say Goosebumps.
I'll say just because of the time that it came out and like how it hit, it was wild. So I used to do this party on Mondays called FDR Mondays, and it was like peak EDM days in Miami, where like EDM everywhere you went was like EDM, and there was 2 hip hop parties, like poppin' hip hop parties. One called Peach Fuzz that was like locally ran, and then FDR Mondays was bottle service hip hop, which was like unheard of, and it was a hot spot. Like when Live on Sunday started to pop, Mondays was like the after party. So I would open and close at that party, and then like whoever was at Live on Sunday, they would come through. And you guys heard of Just Jules? Like,
oh yeah,
yeah,
oh yeah.
So she popped off at that party. Like that party's the reason why she blew up.
Okay.
LeBron in Miami days, So Travis Scott is another one on her roster, I guess, or however you want to. But he used to like mess around with her, and he would always come to the party and hang. Like this is upper echelon days, and like like right before the rodeo came out. So like so he was chilling back then. So like people knew, and any kind of like Travis Scott record always popped off from there on, and so that's why Goosebumps.
Hell yeah. That's
and that might be like biased to like the rest of the picks, just because of like my interaction with the song in the clubs and how it's been played out here and whatnot. So
yeah, no, that's definitely what we want to hear. We want that inside scoop. Travis.
Kind of a similar story though, out here in Portland, because Portland, we have all the sneakerheads out here, and from the get-go, Travis Scott was known in the sneaker culture. So I feel like everything that he just said that happened in Miami with Travis Scott was kind of happening in Portland at the same time, with more kind of like backpackers and sneakerheads, and man, it's just a different type of energy with that song, man. I gotta go Goosebumps.
Okay, Neek, what's the word?
Goosebumps. Yeah, I think Travis Scott might be my favorite contemporary rapper.
Contemporary rap. Contemporary rap.
Yeah, contemporary rap. Like, but what the kids are listening to.
When you say that, I just hear din 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 din.
Yeah, same thing.
Contemporary rap.
That's hilarious.
Not easy
that
listening rap. It's contemporary of the time.
We might have to do an easy listening rap stream.
Let's do an easy listening rap playlist.
Yeah, I don't even know what that would do.
Wale's up there.
Wale's definitely in the easy listening rap playlist.
The Roots, anything from the Roots?
The Roots,
Common,
yes.
Right.
Definitely Common.
Yeah.
Definitely
Common, yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
just like go.
Yeah, early Kanye.
Hook only, go.
God, that's
Yeah,
hilarious.
hook only.
Yeah, just the hook. All right, it's getting weird early, like we knew it would. Let's go round 2. Travis Scott, highest in the room, or Future, drinking and smoking? Let's start with Travis.
I gotta go highest in the room because I am the highest in the room right now, currently speaking.
up and away.
Okay.
I mean, you're in Portland. I'm in Miami. Like you're down here is our like up here. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So you are definitely.
Yes.
Let's go to Cass on this.
Same, highest in the room. I heard that's from the Baby Pluto project, right? Like the Pluto, Baby Pluto, the other song.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's cool, but that's on the list because of whatever. But highest in the room is, to me, it's like out of his songs, like so when I mix that song in, I just mix from the 4-bar, like from the original. And it's such a build up. Like, if you like echo it or reverb it and shit, like you can really just hit it and it hits.
Yeah.
It hits. That's one of my top Travis Scott like club records.
Ooh,
But
okay.
it's so good. So good.
Neek.
Highest in the room.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Sweep again.
Let's go, man.
Sweep again. Okay. Round 3. This is weird, gentlemen. Travis Scott, Sicko Mode, or Future, Mask Off?
Oh,
Let's
shit.
start with Neek.
Ooh.
Dude, that's tough. This is Sicko Mode, though. Sicko Mode is crazy. Sicko Mode is so dope. I have a funny request story about Sicko Mode. It's very short. So one of like the early Paradise Fevers, which is my disco party I do down here in Vegas, one of the very first ones we did was after the Life is Beautiful festival. So it was on the last day downtown at this venue. That's also downtown. So I thought it was going to pop off. And I had like early on, like I had somebody walk in, this girl's all fucked up. And I think Travis Scott was actually at Life is Beautiful for this one. And she's like, I'm playing disco, like, and she walks up to me and she goes, "Don't you want to play Sicko Mode?" And since then, that has been like my favorite. I told her no, like, I don't know why any context clues would lead you to believe that I would be playing Sicko Mode. You can go to any other venue tonight and they'll play Sicko Mode at least twice. But that day I was like, yo, that's my favorite request I've ever gotten. Don't you want to play Sicko Mode?
So did you play Sicko Mode?
Today's the day I'm thinking Sicko Mode.
Wow.
Okay. Let's pass it to Cass.
I'm going with Mask Off. Mask
Okay.
Off, like it was such a banger, and like I'm a big fan of off the top songs, like, and it's to me it's still such a banger. I mean, obviously with everything going on, it has a different context now, but yeah, Sicko. I mean, don't get me wrong, like all 3 parts of Sicko Mode hit, but it's just like, I don't know, like I think that record, looking back, and I've been like playing the 3rd part, the 3rd Drake part more than I've been playing everything else. Like everything else, I'm just like the intros is all right. Obviously, like the middle is the meat, but like I think what has the what still really hits in a steady way is the Drake part, like the last Drake part. But Mask Off is just like so good. Mask Off is so good.
Sicko Mode is like a saga where you're like listening to it and you're like, hey man, is this fucking Moby Dick or what's going on here? Because we're fucking on a voyage.
Sicko Mode is like a Bohemian Rap song.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Right.
Bohemian Trapsody. That's what Sicko Mode is. Bohemian Trapsody.
I remember seeing those tweets. Somebody was like, Sicko Mode is like a Bohemian Rhapsody. I was like, yeah. I would slow down a little bit.
You're like, first of all, motherfucker, Freddie Mercury is a genius.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Travis, tiebreaker.
Oh man. Just want to hear it for the flutes real quick. Let's go Mask Off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's one for future.
Mask Off is gonna get a second coming once the clubs are open again.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it will. It's wanting. It's waiting. It's waiting.
It's gonna shoot up to number one.
Yeah,
really quickly.
Yeah. Number four, gentlemen, the Scots, Travis Scott, the Scots, or Future. That's it. Let's start with Cass.
I don't even know the Future song. To be honest.
That's fair.
I literally just pulled out my phone for that.
Yeah,
one.
I'm doing that right now.
I kind of figured everyone would grab their phones on this. Travis, you got a game plan?
My game plan is the Scots.
Okay.
I just like the idea how Travis Scott is really influenced by Kid Cudi. Whose first name is Scott.
Yeah.
And Travis Scott is a product of Kid Cudi.
Yeah.
He is a product. He is Kid Cudi. That's Big Bro. You know what I mean?
There was a lot of weird stuff like that brought that genre about. Like, Diddy had like a really soft melodic album.
Oh yeah, that Last Train to Paris is probably hands down my favorite Diddy album of all time.
Yeah, there's that, and then The Weeknd, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Bryson Tiller,
which you could say is all a product of Drake.
But I'm trying to think before Cudi, who was doing like melodic stuff, like maybe just him.
I mean, yeah,
it wasn't
pop. That was popping. Yeah, just him. I mean, you had cats like Slum Village, even Little Brother.
Right.
Yeah,
you could say was kind of in that realm, but nobody popped off like Cudi did.
No one has capitalized off of humming on a song like Kid Cudi has.
Right.
I think that's a safe statement. And shout out to Crespo, who we had on the last episode.
Yeah.
His Cudi story made me even more of a fan of Kid Cudi.
Made you look at Cudi differently.
Yeah, totally. And that last
he was on How to Make It in America, which is probably one of the greatest HBO series ever.
They only
had one series. Come on. It needs to come back.
Cass, what do you think?
I'm going with the Scots. I think it's a good song. It's cool. Like, I don't know, but what I was going to say, add to y'all's conversation, I mean, they're all sons of Kanye, it's funny because I have this theory of, you could always hear who made the album from Kanye. Like, Graduation is Cudi. Then you have all the Travis Scott for Yeezy or
for Yeezus.
For Yeezus, yeah. Like you hear like, all the earlier stuff. You hear Common, you hear Talib, you hear everybody else in Kanye. So like Kanye's just like, oh, I like this person. Let me make this their music. Let me use them to make myself better and at the same time make them grow.
Right.
So yeah, definitely the Scots.
Shout out to Mike Dean too. He's really the mastermind behind that.
Right.
Like, what a smoker too. That guy's got iron lungs, man.
Yeah.
I see the stuff he's posting on IG and shit, and I'm like, dude, this guy is smoking like Wiz Khalifa.
Right.
like crazy. Travis. You already said Neek.
The Scots.
Scots. Sweep.
Yeah.
Sweep. We tied up right now?
No. 3-1. 3-1.
Okay.
this might be interesting. Let's take it to the last round here. Round 5. Gentlemen, Travis Scott, Out West, or Future, Fine China? Let's start with Neek on this.
This is going to be a sweep for me. I'm going with Travis Scott again. I really want to pick some of these Future songs, but putting them for me just because I'm like low-key a stan, it's just not going to happen. I really like Future though, because some of the shit he raps about is just good old-fashioned toxic good times. Like, he cracks me the hell up, and I love to hear it in rap music, especially these days when I feel like there's not a lot of it. He's awesome in that regard, but to put him up against somebody like Travis Scott, who I just think musically is like
different world,
a different world, is world apart from somebody. Like, he's the shit. And Future has his own like share of influence and genius within like hip hop and rap these days, but I'm going Travis Scott on this round.
Yeah. Jupiter.
I'm going Travis Scott.
Yeah.
Travis Scott. And that was off the, Jack Boys album. So,
it's a dope album.
And that album was fire. That album was fire. And I feel like they need to come back with some more stuff. I know they have to have more stuff in the chapter for that one. Because that only came out as an EP, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, Go West.
Cass.
Same. Yeah, Travis Scott. That song hits.
Yeah, that song does hit.
Gentlemen, almost a complete sweep. Now let's talk about what Future songs could contest Travis Scott.
Same damn time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Let me go through the list.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, because I to me it's a lot of the Drake stuff, like What a Time to Be Alive.
Yeah, some of that stuff should have been on there.
That shit's crazy.
That stuff, because I mean, you could almost put Digital Dash up against any of those Travis Scotts.
Freakos.
Yeah. Freakos, definitely.
March Madness, gentlemen.
March Madness. Yeah.
I think March Madness would go against like an Antidote.
Oh yeah, Antidote should have been on there too.
Antidote should have been up there.
I got into a debate today. My buddy said March Madness could go against Sicko Mode. What's the thoughts?
I agree.
Yeah. On
the build-up, March Madness in Miami, like at the rap clubs, March Madness is like under Dreams and Nightmares. I mean, not to that level, but it's one of those boost songs that like.
And it's funny that it's a boost song because it stays on one line.
Yeah.
He raps on one line. There's no break in between a chorus and a verse.
Right.
So he just keeps rap. Everything is in a straight line throughout the whole song, but it's a banger.
Right. Yeah. I play it all the time. Like it's on my rotation, like for sure. And then like March 1st, it's like December 1st. You know, from Mariah. First to me, I'm like, yo, let me undust this. And I'll say it on the mic, yo.
Undust it and put it on.
Let me put this shit on, because it's like, yo, we getting ready for March Madness. And I'm not even a sports dude. It's just like,
hell yeah. Yeah. I said if we were going to go against Sicko Mode, I would think Thought It Was a Drought would go pretty close.
That would go close.
That one's tough for me. I'm almost right down the middle, but Skrillex did remix Thought It Was a Drought. So.
Yeah, he did. And a remix of Sicko Mode.
No, Skrillex didn't remix Thought It Was a Drought.
Oh, he didn't? Okay.
No. Just Sicko Mode, which is like insane. Yeah. I was just talking with Cut Up about that. Cut Up, before we hopped on here, said Skrillex's remix of Sicko Mode is a masterclass in the different genres of EDM production. And I think that's the fucking truth, man.
Wow.
Yeah, it's spot on.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Shout out to Cut Up too.
Shout out Cut Up.
Shout out Cut Up. Let's take it into the lightning round here. Cass, this is a this or that. You tell us rapid fire which one you think. You can include as little or as much information as you want. Let's start with this question. Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole?
Kendrick.
Bone Thugs or Do or Die?
Bone Thugs.
Drake or
by a
Dr.
lot.
You said by a lot?
Yeah, Bone Thugs by a lot. Like growing up, Bone Thugs, like one of my best friends growing up was like obsessed with Bone Thugs. Like, to the point that like his mom threw away the CDs because it was like she thought like it was like devil, like, you know, they always had like some weird shit.
Yeah.
Murder.
Yeah, like it had like Satan, bro, like
Mr.
satanic,
Ouija.
right. So
Ouija, are you with me? Yeah.
and then you said Drake or Dr. Dre.
Drake or Dre?
Say Dre for sure. Like legacy wise, I incorporate legacy and like legacy into all like these kind of artists. It's gonna be like the impact, obviously, you know.
Okay. I can't wait for our last one.
Keep that in mind for the next. Keep that in mind for the next question.
All right. Well, okay. for those two. Okay. And it's also so I'll keep answering the other question. Also, like the reach of both of them. Like, you know, Drake isn't producing, or Drake's done a lot, but it's like I think Drake's hand is heavier. You know, like he's touched more. Pause. You know, like
yeah.
So
yeah. Impact. Yeah. Keep that in mind here for the next one. Jay-Z or Bruce Springsteen?
Oh wow. Going with Jay-Z.
Okay.
But at the same time, I mean, it's a different. I don't know if it's different in impact too, because like he literally started, or he didn't start. He upgraded rap. Like he upgraded rap. Like he took it to that level, you know, like only few artists have done that you're upgrading a genre or you're taking it to that level, you know. Avicii, you know, like Swedish House Mafia, like those guys like upgraded, you know, but now you have guys like Travis Scott. Like to me that's, you know, like before him, after Drake, there's nobody after like since Travis Scott, and on that level and maybe just of impact, the only person that's doing that is J Balvin, and like worldwide. Like we don't see it as much because we're here in the States, but like, you know, in Colombia, Nicaragua, South America, in Europe, like it's out of hand, you know. It's so yeah. So I mean, Jay-Z is that guy, you know, and like he's also the foundation of like a business, and then like I don't know, he just upgraded everything to me. In the rap world. So
this next one might be easy. Trick Daddy or Gucci Mane?
Oh, I ain't even gotta answer that one. Come on, man.
We know where he's at. Folks. Luda or Juvenile?
Ludacris. I think Ludacris is like he's the B. I don't know. I have this theory of like C+ and B+ rappers, or like B- rappers, C+ and B- rappers that are like they never peaked, or they never like peak, or like peak to no return. You know, like a Fetty Wap, like he peaked to no return. You know, there's so many rappers that are peak memes. You know, like no matter what they do, they peak because they peak so high that they can never top that, or they can never even have a follow up to even be like relatable. I don't know. But guys like Ludacris, guys like Fab, you know, like they're career rappers. You know, they're not the Michael Jordans, but they're, you know, on the team for fucking 20 years. You know, like so yeah. I hope that answers that question.
Yeah.
I would say Ludacris is the Carmelo Anthony of rap.
There you go. Yeah.
Right.
You know, like guys like that are like consistent, and lyrically he's insane. He's to me, I think I put him in my top 10 lyrical guys ever, like lyrical rappers, like because he's you listen to like his first three albums, 4 albums, like it was wild, you know, and it was popping, like it was dope.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would argue that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. No. You're gonna like this one: Weezer or Blink 182?
Oh, Blink 182. And I'm a Weezer fan too, but Blink is like Blink to me is like I think it's my favorite band of all time.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that and Metallica are like the two, but I think they're
I'm so surprised we haven't done a Metallica episode
yet. Then you'll appreciate this one: Guns N' Roses or AC/DC.
Guns N' Roses. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, it was. I grew up in Nicaragua, and like the impact that like Guns N' Roses had in Nicaragua. These bands like Metallica, Guns N' Roses is, you see it in the documentaries, like when they go to like Brazil, and it's like insane. Like that's how it was like to us. Like rock was just so like such a grown up music. I guess I don't know.
Let's get weird with it, gentlemen. Fugees or Bee Gees?
Fugees.
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't finished well, I watched like 10 minutes and I fell asleep of the documentary. Like after like 2 months of the pandemic, like I have this thing where I can't really watch, because I watched TV for like the most that I ever did in like a month, and then now I'm like I've taken it out of my routine. So like when I would do watch TV, I'm either really interested in something or I'm watching it to go to sleep. So.
Okay. Missy or Busta Rhymes?
I heard this one in a past episode. I'm going with. Hold on, because I thought about it, and I was like, damn. If they ask me, I really have to think about this one, because it's like they're both so influential artists, and they're both in a lane of their own. And it's like, I don't know, they're both legends.
He's buying time. He's buying time.
I'm going with Busta just because I've met Busta. and he was mad cool, and we hung out. Like one of my managers works with him and whatever, and he's always been mad cool, and he's a legend. Like performing too. His performance is insane. Like he's that guy on the mic, and he'll do the shit, and it's fire. So
hell yeah. Sade or Aaliyah?
Sade.
Okay. Chic or Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Okay. Nelly or Ja Rule?
Oof, damn. See, Nelly's another one on that.
Yes, he is.
C plus minus, B minus rapper that but those guys. This is the thing with those guys. Those guys are collecting bags. Like those guys are going to Dubai for like $100K. They don't have to put out another fucking record. They ain't gotta do shit.
Right.
But I'm going with Ja Rule just because of personal taste. Like, his hip hop, R&B crossover shit with Ashanti was groundbreaking.
That's fair. Biggie or Pac?
I heard this one too, and it's an obvious one, and I relate to what C-Flo said, because Biggie is the better rapper, and Pac is the better lyricist, or like, what do you say, like poet, or like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So Biggie, I put Biggie over like as a rapper, Biggie.
Okay. Beatles or Beach Boys?
The Beatles, and I'm not a fan of either, because on C-Flo's episode that was it, and I'm not a big fan of, because I grew up in Nicaragua. That's the thing. Like I didn't have a lot of like pop American, like the American stuff that I did have wasn't from my parents. It was from when I like was glued to MTV from like 93 to 2002. So so yeah, but the Beatles and the, kind of what C-Flo said too, like I never had that, like my parents putting the vinyl, like the Beatles vinyl, like it was played, but it was never like I don't know, like promoted that way, I guess.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
that's fair. Prince or Michael Jackson?
Same thing. This is a question. I'm going, and like my roommate's here, and I don't want him to hear the other.
He looked around.
Yeah, he did.
So I'm going because
He
of
said, "I'm going."
I'm saying Prince because of the diversity of music that he has, and like he changed it up. So he's like, I'm gonna kick you out.
Hey, get your roommate over here. Get your roommate over here.
But, yo, we don't. I'll take it to that. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
You can get
Prince or Michael Jackson?
I'm Michael all day. I'm Team Michael all day.
All day.
Okay.
he's like, we were just talking about it literally like 10 minutes ago. Like,
I mean, nothing to take away from Prince. Prince is amazing. I love Prince, but I'm Michael all day.
Let's
like,
go.
but to me, to me, that they're in two different. I don't put them like, I don't consider them in the same lane. Like, you can't put anybody against Michael Jackson.
Right.
It's like, and I say this, it's like when people talk about like DJs in Miami, like, oh, who are like those guys? I don't talk about Craze. Like Craze is like up here. Like, I don't put him in like, I don't know. Like, that's how I feel about it. Like about the whole conversation, like the whole argument. You know, like you can't put him in the same realm. Like,
that's fair.
I think like Prince is the best of like the what's the word of the humans, you know? Like Prince is the best human musician, you know. Michael Jackson's fucking God, you know? Like,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to explain it.
That's fair. And thank you to your roommate for
shout out. Shout out, man.
I hope there is a battle all night between the household here, where everyone
they're gonna do what was a better movie, Captain EO or Purple Rain?
Yeah.
Man.
Yo, go ahead and throw those the headphones back in there. We are going to ask you this question: Outcast or Hall & Oates?
Yo, he didn't hear that.
Say it again. One more time.
Outcast or Hall & Oates?
Oh, Outcast. 1000%. Like,
okay.
Cool.
Okay. Easy enough.
I don't remember who was the other one that was so quick and confident, but I think there's only one other person who has ever been that boom.
I think it was recent too. I don't remember.
It was somewhat not too long ago. Somebody was very much like Outcast is the shit, like no doubt.
Yeah. We did do Misfits or Cramps. We asked Misfits or Cramps. Do you have an opinion on that?
Misfits.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know you like to play more off the wall shit.
Yeah.
Phil Collins or George Michael?
I thought you were gonna say Phil Collins or what's his name? Or Sting. I thought that's what you were gonna have.
That would have been one.
Would have been a good one.
I'm going with Phil Collins.
Okay, wait. Let's consider this real quick.
Let's throw Sting in. Let's throw Sting in there too.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna open this up. I'm gonna open this up to the group, gentlemen. We are going to pick between Phil Collins and Genesis versus Sting and the Police.
Wow.
Versus George Michael and Wham. Come on.
Wow, that's like that's like what is it? Four corners match?
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
A triple threat.
Right.
All right. For me, I'll go ahead and take the lead on this. For me, I love George Michael, love Wham. It's just between Phil Collins and Sting.
Yes.
This is fucking tough because the Police versus Genesis.
Yeah.
I might go Sting.
I'm going Phil Collins, but I'm going the Police over Genesis. Yeah.
I like that.
I might go Genesis because Phil Collins was singing while playing the drums.
Wow.
I just like that notion. I just think that's so cool that he's singing while being the lead singer while also the drummer. Yeah. But Police, I just like more Police songs.
Yeah,
man,
it's tough one now.
Ooh, that makes
tough.
I don't like saying that. I don't like saying that out loud.
I mean, I do. Like, I'm a
I do.
I genuinely like both of these.
Has anybody else came out of Police?
No.
Like, was it just Sting? Okay.
No. Yeah.
I mean, Powerhouse wise, you kind of got to go with Genesis. Yeah, 2 MVPs coming from the same team.
Yeah. I mean, we could go Peter Gabriel versus Phil Collins.
Oof.
See,
that's the other one I was gonna say too. I was like, is he gonna say Peter Gabriel?
That would be nuts. Actually,
that's too insane.
No, that's too much. I'm not going to do that to anyone. That's where I draw the line here on this podcast.
We draw the line at Peter Gabriel.
That's
right.
As soon as Pistol Pete comes in the conversation, I'm like, hang on, let's switch topics. Neek, I'm passing it to you. Go ahead.
Yo, hold on. It's like Peter Gabriel comes in with the Stone Cold Crash and his sledgehammer playing, and he's just coming in like, don't even bring me into this.
Don't bring me into this.
Oh my god!
You guys haven't had me in. I'm not in.
All
right, guys. So, Peep, since we're talking about Travis Scott, I'm going to give you an opportunity to have an endorsement deal with any fast food establishment that you want, but you have to make the meal, and it's any place of your choosing. So, what is it and where is it?
Can it be like a regional? I mean, I don't know that. It would definitely
depending on how regional. Like not Chick-fil-A, but like In-N-Out is kind of regional. But like I'd let you choose In-N-Out.
Checkers, so. Like a Checkers.
Checkers, we have Checkers. That's cool.
I don't know, because I was gonna say Pollo Tropical, but that's Miami shit.
We have those.
Yeah, that's like fast food Cuban. Like it's like fast food Cuban, and it's like
you could have told me anything just now where it was actually said "go fuck yourself," and I'd have been like, I don't think I've eaten there. Because
we have a Pollo Inca out here. That's about.
You know what? I don't know. What I would probably just do McDonald's too, but I would do maybe because I would think just because McDonald's is so worldwide, like I would want to be on that kind of platform if I'm an artist, you know, like but it would be like I don't even know, damn, because I love like the hot and spicy, like when they give you that red patty, like and I also insanely love, so it would probably be, you guys ready?
Let's go.
Yeah.
McRib, extra pickles, large fries, and a Sprite, and a shake.
And a shake.
With shake.
Yeah, with a shake, like a shake,
with
small shake. Oh, strawberry.
Okay.
Nice.
But McRib, extra pickles, like boom, year round.
McRib with the extra pickles is the
year round.
Yes.
Yeah.
The onions too on it, or like, if not, it would
Two's
be
not enough.
Or you know what? My alternate meal would be 3 cheeseburgers and a small fry. With the oh, I'm sorry, my bad. Let me correct myself.
Come on.
McRib, extra pickles, large fries, and orange icy. Bring it back.
Bring it
the fuck back, yo.
Bring it back.
There we go.
You know what I used to do? I'm not much of a soda drinker anymore, but I used to do the orange high C mixed with Sprite, so it'd be half and half.
Fire.
Let's go.
That's where it was.
So I would probably do that, and I would do it with. You guys probably don't have them over there. They have guava apple pie instead of apple pies. They're guava pies.
Ooh.
What? No, we
Okay.
for sure don't have that shit out
regional.
here.
Yeah, like guava cream cheese, like in an apple pie.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yo,
Travis,
that's obscene.
Travis is reporting live from the airport right now. He's like, what you say this called?
Right.
Traveling
entering Miami.
just like, what are flights looking like in Miami right
the
now?
food-
We need
the
to
food-
go to McDonald's.
Phenom knows that the food tour in Miami is serious. So.
Oh, absolutely.
So we hopped off the plane. He took me to the local spot, Bananas, portions as big as your head, for Nicaraguan food, which was fucking nuts. And then he took me to the coffee spot, which they give you coffee in a little one of these boys, and you take a little sip like this. and then you're like, yo, let's fucking, it's on
Is that the Cuban coffee, the Cafe Bustelo?
Yeah. So they give you a cup it's like the size of a little water cup, you know, and they fill it up, and they give you the little thumb needle thing looking glasses or whatever, and you fill it up, and normal people drink one of those, and you're fine. One of the little ones, and you're up.
Bingo.
For the whole day, like. But you know, the more you get used to it, the more you drink, and I'll do like 2 or 3, and I'll be fine. Yeah. That's always the plug. Like here it's awesome. A balance. Here it's a balance because it's so funny because like all my friends like glaze, but we all drink coffee too, so it's like the back and forth, and it's like, but it's the Cuban one, so we're like, so we're like. Or, you know,
you're like mildly twagged.
Right.
See, over here in Portland, we call that the Seattle Speedball.
Yeah.
Yo. If I did that, if I smoked weed and then drank that, I would be like Jonah Hill and get him to the Greek, where he's like, "We gotta get you there, man."
Touching the wall with Diddy.
Right.
Looking like what's his name, Forrest Whitaker.
Oh
Yo. Oh man.
Trav.
Cass. So we are developing a DJ biopic cinematic universe. Okay. So in this biopic cinematic universe, who was playing DJ Cass? Now it could be a musician, dead or alive, actor, dead or alive.
Oh wow. Okay. Damn, this is a good one. Musician. I don't know, probably
musician or actor.
Post Malone. Too easy.
Okay, that is an easy one. That's a good one.
Or I don't know, I would have like maybe somebody else. I don't know, like maybe actor.
Musician or actor.
Yeah, I mean Post Malone would be the easiest.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That is a really good one.
That was my by year Halloween costume. Like when I was like, man, I'm just gonna be Post Malone, like too easy.
Just gotta draw on your face a little bit. That's all.
Yeah. I ordered the tattoos and I wore a flannel and I painted my nails.
Done deal.
Done and done. Let's ask this: you're starting up your own nightclub. Mm-hmm. What is the name of your club, and who is your first resident DJ?
I like this question. Name. The name of the venue would be something simple. I don't know. I'm always talking shit about like an object, like bowl, club bowl, or like club flute, you know, like, or like, there's certain names, or mist, or like bliss, or like, I think that's
like a word.
Yeah, I think that's super cheesy. I would make it something kind of funny, like a play on words kind of thing. Like, you know, like there's like the frame stores. Like the frame stores have like the coolest names. Like,
I would make it Casanovas.
Yeah, no. I would make it like a club, like a music. I don't know, but then you have places like the library and like that are the opposite of the office. I don't know. It would be something super simple, like the spot. Not even kidding.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
The spot,
and then resident DJ. I don't know. There's too many that I could pick. It would probably, I mean, obviously one of my friends, like C-Flow.
Okay, yeah.
C-Flow would be the
homie, man.
Just because of his range, you know, and then like out of all the DJs, like if I was to do something, he's the one that I would have to explain the least to, you know. Like I'm big on that. I'm big on like like if you're around me and you're like a DJ. I mean, Phenom saw it like when he played, like mad DJs showed up. A lot of them work with me, some kind of like intern with me, and I tell them like, yo, just keep your eyes open. Like you learn not from staring at your phone while you're at a gig. You learn by looking at other shit. So like, see, and that makes you not have to tell people like, yo, so and so's coming in the booth. You gotta step out. You know, like a Spender's coming. Like C-Flow knows the ins and outs, and you know, same with Phenom. Like Phenom would be somebody else too, that you know, and like he did that. He went to be the resident. So yeah, I would definitely say C-Flow is like, he would know the mentality behind it and like how to work.
Oh yeah,
right. There's a science to it.
And he makes a great fucking hot sauce too.
Right.
Yeah.
He makes a great fucking hot sauce. I want to ask this, and I asked Bird Peterson a similar question. How did you use Ultra and Miami Music Week and Art Basel to benefit your career?
So, hold on, sorry. The party that I have on Thursdays, Wood Tavern Thursdays, I started 7 years ago, and it was just like a regular ongoing thing. And when things started picking up, I started bringing in guests as just more for fun, because I had a party where I had the creative freedom to pretty much do whatever I want. And I had my friends and people in town and this and that I wanted to hear play. If I book a DJ, it's because I want to hear him play. Like, you know, it's not because followers or whatever the fuck, or I want to hear, you know, my friends from all over the country come and play my room. Like, yo, like it's like I'm giving you my markers, like draw something, you know, like draw in my black book, you know. But so as time went on and the party grew and the venue grew and everything, you know, budget started going up, and I realized that, you know, we had WMC/Ultra/Miami Music Week, and then we have Art Basel. So those are the two hottest Thursdays of the year. And we had a budget, or I started slimming down the budget throughout the year to add up budget to book DJs on those big nights. And same thing, like for those big nights, you know, like Wood Tavern books a lot of so Wood Tavern, for you guys that are not familiar, the venue is it's like the do-over, but a venue. Like pretty much the best way to explain it. Like outdoors, chilling, like you can blaze, like you can drink. The drinks are cheap. They have like benches, like wooden benches. The whole spot is like wooden benches. So they like to book a lot of like the originator guys, you know, like Clark Kent and that roster and that era of DJs. But no offense, like those guys play in Miami all the time. Like, I don't want to book Tony Touch for the 20th time in the same venue, you know, like, no offense, no disrespect to, you know, these legends. But, like, to me, I want to put DJs on that work, you know? Like, I want to put DJs on that are out there and are doing stuff. So, when I had a little bit of money, the only DJs in Miami are out of it. You know, in Vegas, the West Coast guys go right away, the Texas go right away. Even from New York to Vegas, it seems closer than Miami to Vegas. Or Miami seems so out of it, so we don't have what used to be the rotation of scam guys, the rotation of guys that would come into town, you know? So we don't have that exposure. You know, I can't tell my homies, like, it's because that's how, you know, Ross One plays, because they've never seen Ross One. They haven't experienced that. So when I started gathering money, I wanted to bring guys in that were moving, were doing stuff, but didn't have the agency or didn't have the resources to come. So I started booking, you know, Jay Spinoza, Chris Villa, Trays, you know, all the what I call like the next generation of guys that have been moving, you know, cool, you know, Phenom's done it. The list goes on and on and on, and it's pretty much, and it's not only for Ultra, just for everything else. It's like, I don't do it to get booked in return, you know, like the money is not crazy. It's I told DJs, come in and play my party, come and do this and have fun. And I'm going to give you a space that nobody else is giving you. Like, I've told DJs, stop doing a set. Like, stop playing your club shit here. Like nobody's going to tap you and tell you something like, but you know what, let's take a shot. Or I'll be like, you know what, hey, because I normally either give you a slot or we'll say, let's go back to back, or the back to back is either at the end or we just swap or whatever. But if I see a DJ that's too tight, I would be like, let's go back to back. And I would go way left field, and they'd be like, I can play that. I'm like, yeah, man. And then after that they go on a rock. So I've booked those guys, and I've used that party just to connect, you know, because there's more people in your city, there's more people in your area, there's more people in there, and you know, I've built my product year round. So when they're here, you know, like when those days come around, like I bring, you know, for the last WMC or the last Miami Music Week pre-COVID, we were gonna have A-Track, and you know, for a venue like that, it's probably one of the biggest names that's played there. So, you know, it's a move, you know, it's a chess move. It's a ace. It's the ace in your pocket. You know, A-Track's not gonna do anything for me personally, but you know, it builds that relationship, and you know, it's part of the game. You know, it's another tab. So.
Yeah, I think that's huge, and that's a huge lesson for all DJs as well. Just if you have the opportunity to cultivate something, to cultivate your own thing, bring in who you want to see drive the car. Yeah. Bring in your people that you want to be like, yo, this is a pretty fucking nice car, but I want to see what the fuck you're going to do with it.
Right.
And that's definitely what you've been doing down in Miami. I wanted to also ask you, becoming a Miami DJ, what was your biggest challenge that you faced?
So when I grew up in Nicaragua, I was kind of raised here. My parents were separated till I was about 14. So I'd be here every other summer, or every summer and Christmas. And then my career really started. I started before I was in the military, so I was stationed in Texas, and I started DJing right before, but I blossomed over there. I capped, and then 11 years ago I moved back, and I capped over there. You know, very small market, very small area, and so when I moved to Miami, I moved. You know, it's happened to guys in Vegas and LA, all the big markets. They move from their little one-horse town, and then they're like, look at my cock, you know. Sorry, I don't mean to be like, but they're like, yo, look at me, you know, like yo, and everybody's like, dog, like you ain't got shit. We've been here for years. We've been running this shit, you know. And this was pre-social media and pre all that. So I was doing venues that, you know, would peak for an hour and a half, you know, closing at 2, and I thought I was the shit, but I knew I couldn't grow in that market. When I moved to Miami, it was a clean slate. Like, I moved with experience, but I could only play a 2-hour power set. Like 2 hours, hour and a half was like it. But I started going out here and like, yo, first time I saw Conflict like rock a full night, I was like I'm fucking like, all right, back to the drawing board. Like, but it was that, to like learn how to play till 5 and build your crates and build your pockets and the diversity of the crates that you're playing. Like when South Beach was popping and it was very touristy, you were playing Brazilian music, you were playing very little up-tempo dance, you were playing obviously EDM, commercial pop, some basic reggaeton, and it wasn't in the same order every time. It wasn't because of this. It was, yo, like, all right, this promoter booked this table, the soccer players, the Brazilian soccer players are here. All right, you have to have that bag. You have to have the new rap shit. You have to have that. Like being in a city like this, and you have to build it too. Like, no disrespect to Vegas, but like Vegas, people come out like shooting. They come into the club. Like the girls that come in dancing into the club, like that's in Vegas. Like they're ready. Like in Miami, like people walk in and then they're kind of like, we don't have the casino to get to pre people up, to warm people up, to throw them in the club when they're already fucked up. Like, so their mentality here is it's a vacation mentality, but they don't understand, because we don't have the promoters like Vegas to like just rush people in the club or this. Like they come in sober, so you have to build the whole night and build everything, and it's that. It's just pretty much to like, you have to learn. And C-Flow said it on his, like, the caliber here is so high that you have to keep up. You have to keep up, and you have to set the bar higher, and you have to be better, and you have to constantly evolve and constantly, like, there's guys out here that play the same set, and I go to hear them, and I have like PTSD from like, all right, he's going from this to this. Like, fuck, I remember I heard this like 5 years ago. Like, because but that's their product, you know, that's their brand. You know, they sell one burger. You know, I own a restaurant. I'm a restaurant. I make the same protein that he's making 5 different ways. So, you know, here you learn how to pick up and all that. You know, seeing guys like Mauricio like play Bon Jovi like at a rap club and it works. You know, you're like, fuck, like you kind of see how, you know, you start learning and you just have to adapt. That's adapting to here, and like and whatever you prepare for, be prepared double for as much as you should, you know. That's what I say here in Miami always, like, yo, like if you come on vacation, you're double your budget, because the first week you go, or the first night you go out, you're gonna spend it. In Miami, like when you're playing, you might run a rap set, you know, twice, or you might have to do more of this because the crowd changes. So it's that just build. You have to be ready. That's it.
Yeah. And also, I want to kind of touch base on the fact that you are like us in the respect of you are also a podcaster as well.
Yes.
Now, you have a very successful podcast in Miami and really everywhere.
Thank you. Thank
you.
Absolutely.
I want to ask you, as more DJs are listening to our show and to your show and kind of unsure what to do. I know a lot of DJs are considering the route of podcasting.
Right.
Any advice for a DJ looking to start their own podcast?
So the number one thing I tell people is you're going to run out of content. You're going to run out of shit to talk. You're going to run out about everything. Like, so when me and Zea started the podcast, it started as just us showing Miami to everybody, and going back to what I was saying about playing different kinds of music and doing this. Like, we wanted the generic mentality of Miami, South Beach, big clubs. Like, that shit has been out the window for at least 5 years. You know, like, I took you to Wynwood. You saw it. You saw MI Radio in person. You saw, you experienced it. So we wanted to do a DJ podcast that was that, and showcase Miami in its own way. The original concept was the podcast was just part of the experience, because we wanted to do pop-up parties all around the country, and MIA was that, and kind of based it on that. But like everything else changes. So whatever concept you have, it's going to change because you're going to run out of content, or what you thought might dry out, or you also don't want to talk about the same thing. You know, like, you don't want to talk about opening for like the 100th fucking time. Okay, we get it. Like, it's the same shit. So we started to kind of like just expand in our market as we showed more of us and more of Miami. You know, the meat, the protein of the podcast was, we want to show Miami to the world. And who we're bringing on changed as time went by, because it was DJ related, it was nightlife related, but then we started seeing people that grew out of nightlife, who started other businesses. So there's a guy here that, you know, we started looking for other guests. He used to be a promoter, and then he started like a healthy Chipotle-ish local chain, you know? And he met the chef at one of the venues that he did, and it was like, he was about to quit, and he asked him this, and he's like, you want to go, like some like movie shit where they're like, you know what, fuck this shit, let's get out of here, let's build it. And now they have like 8 locations, you know? So
that's awesome.
We've cross-promoted. Cross-promoting is huge. So we've cross-promoted with a bunch of different DJs, other podcasts, and just keep building our brand. And we've kept building to where our main priority is a side priority now. And there's multiple priorities going on at the same time. You know, when quarantine hit, we started to do live streams. We started to do, you know, Twitch like everybody else. And same thing, incorporating, we had like our younger homies come in and rock for an hour, and, you know, they were doing their shit. So we had their viewers on our platform, and that way you cross promote. And we were cross promoting with people that weren't in the nightlife, or a lot of people that know us for, you know, DJ Cast, or they know me as Rodrigo, but they see DJ Cast on social media, and they always wonder like the back end. There's those people, those random people that you have on Facebook, like, and they become your listeners, and they repost your shit, and it's like, you have to see it as a web, and you have to see it as a never-ending experience. You know, like we launched merch with it. You know, we launched, we did the pop-up parties with it. Different ways. Keep expanding and keep growing, and always try to build your brand. You know, like that's one of the podcast is one of 10 things that I have on my plate. You know, the edits. You know, I work for another record pool. I have a bunch of other stuff going on, and you know, I have a show on Sirius XM. I have a show on the station, and it's everything kind of cross promotes. So if you're gonna start a podcast, don't be like, oh, I just want it to be this, or like, think of your product and who you are and who you're gonna work with and what you guys are doing and where it can branch out and where it can keep going. You know, so that's always what I tell people. Like, that answers a lot of questions because it kind of goes in. Everything ties in. Everything ties in, and you always want to give the best product that you can. You know, I always tell DJs when they put your mix on a platform, you know, on DMS, like you're exposing your mix to like so many different people that don't know your name, you know, and you grow from that. So think about that. Think about your reach and think about how you can use your podcast on the podcast app and then turn it into video, and then you start doing YouTube, you know, like, and you keep expanding. So always look at all the angles. That's my thing.
I love that. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of DJs right now, and as things kind of roll out and we're getting like more mutations of this virus and all of that, people are like, I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen, you know. What's the temperature, what's the vibe like as far as Miami right now in nightlife? Has anything changed drastically?
Miami is, I would say, 3/4 open. Like about 3/4, like most of the venues are open. Like Live's not open. 11 is open, like low key. And you have all ends of the spectrum. You have like over here, I tell people it's like a prohibition. Like I've done it all. Like I've done the super, like everybody's wearing a mask, like dinner party-ish, or the like small room, like what is going on here? Like I didn't expect all this. Like what the fuck? And it's literally prohibition, because at Wood is the most abiding venue. You know, the bleachers are your little zone. So if you're with your group, you're in like, they painted the bleachers to different areas. There's different tables. And that's moving. Numbers are not the same. Other venues are more open. A lot of people have started kind of like, a lot of daytime stuff is popping off because of the curfew. Sundays have been big. I have a Sunday party that I do. And it's been big pre-curfew, so that's busy. But most venues, I think they went through like the doors open, and some people ran, some people walked, some people like, you know, kept the pace. And the venues that ran and fucking hit the wall, like people, like they had to close because either people tested positive, or you know, they went viral, or something happened that wasn't abiding, and then they ended up closing and having to kind of like start up again. And then Wood kind of like waited. Wood opened super, all like following all the procedures, and then they didn't have DJs until like a few months after. Like, all right, this is good. Where can we go? Like, now we can have a little bit more people. Like, let's kind of stretch it out a little bit. But for the most part, like shit's going on. Like there's mad illegal raves going on. Like, you know, like and people just post it. People don't care. Like, you know, like I said, I've been in stuff that, you know, I haven't. I wouldn't promote. You know, I don't want to put myself out there. I got it. I had COVID. I didn't have the crazy. I just lost. I didn't lose taste. I was just very exhausted. And then I was short breath, but I had it for like a week, and then, you know, I quarantined, I stayed away and whatever. But after that, that's what happens. A lot of people here have gotten it, and then they're like, "Oh, I got it. Cool. I'm gonna go antibodies. I'm gonna go out and do my shit." But you know, I think after I had it, I was definitely a lot more. I'm a lot more cautious. I've always been cautious, but I'm just a lot more cautious. And there's been kind of like guess like a shakedown. Like I said, a lot of venues that opened up and they were kind of super crazy. Now they're a little bit more controlled, and it's becoming a norm. Like it really is. You know, like for what it is, it's most venues are 50%. You know, indoor dining, everything here is open. But there's definitely been a shift as far as working DJs. I've talked about this a lot. How like there's a range of DJs that, let's say pre-COVID, you had, you know, your younger guys, then you had your openers, then you had your established guys, and then you had your more either traveling or, you know, IRE Conflict, Jessica Who, those people. Then you have, you know, people like me, Zea, A-Train, a lot of the DJs Live It Up, a lot of the guys that move, we kind of travel and we do our shit. And then the younger openers that were opening for us. And then under that, you have, you know, like the guys that I've been kind of mentoring. But when things kind of opened up, one group opened and it was pretty much most of the top guys. And then some of the openers that were kind of like grandfathered in, you know, it's like a weird, just, you know, time and service kind of ordeal. And also the relationships, you know, I'm always big on relationships. So I started working at certain venues kind of right away, and the budget wasn't the same. Some budgets are still not the same, but you know, I don't work for McDonald's, I don't work for Amazon. Like most of these venues are mom and pops, and I tell them, look, just like you're affected, I've been affected. So I'm here to work with you, and we can come to an agreement, you know, and we can do this and that, and that's why I'm working. You know, I'm not making my rate that I was a year ago, but I'm making more than the guys that, you know, have a stick up their thumb and think that they're too good, or think that their brand and their name, this and my no, like, dog, it's a different world, you know, like if you want to still be a prick, cool, still be a prick, you know, like, but most, like I said, most spots are open, and a lot of daytime stuff, and it's weird. And I tell people, like the way that I see it, it's Texas, Atlanta, Miami, like in the savage realm. You know, Texas, what I've seen is the wildest, and then Atlanta, some of it is the wildest too, and then Miami is like some spots. But you know, we have good weather here, and we knew that like as soon as winter hit in like up north, there's no way that Miami's gonna close. There's no way. Like like summer is slow season here. Summer is when it's too hot for people to be out. It's too hot for like, you have your tourists, but you don't have like your normal flow. So as soon as winter hits, season starts. And Miami took the summer off, and they could have these restaurants closed. But as soon as winter come around, they were like, yo, fall. They're like, there's no way we're gonna lose money on hospitality, because hospitality here is connected to pretty much every single other industry. You know, if somebody at a hotel is not working, they're not getting their suits dry cleaned. You know, so the dry clean's going out of business, and if the dry clean's going out of business, you know, it trickles down. So it's a crazy, like, I'm huge into like the impact and the psychology and like the everything full spectrum of nightlife. So like in Miami, there's we're gonna keep working and adapt and find a way and find a route. They're gonna do it no matter what. So
no, it's actually very similar. Our economy is very similar out here in Vegas, except it's just opposite in seasons. It being like one of the hottest places on earth, but we're busy in the summer and winter, and it's because we all go to Miami. Right.
So yeah, right now you guys are kind of like it's not as bad that
like we missed the summer already. We missed that, and then winter, like it would have been slow anyways. So coming into this summer is now you can see people getting antsy and start figuring out like, okay, what moves are we gonna make to open up? So like now vaccinations are a thing out here, and I think they're trying to get it right. So at least by midsummer we can get to it. At least that's what it looks like.
Go ahead, Travis.
Oh, I just had a question, kind of on the same subject, but shifting gears a little bit. How have you seen the music change?
So
in Miami,
in the clubs What's
in
open
the
now?
club since COVID has started.
All right. So the first venue that I did when everything opened up, it's a very small room, and I didn't know what to expect. And it was like nothing. It was like a busy weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking, like, all right, I was planning for the gig, and I was like, all right, like, you know, there's new music out. Let me see how I can incorporate this music and what I can do. Older stuff worked better than anything. Sing-along classics worked better than anything. The stuff that was popping right before was like okay, but it was certain songs that were like hitting. Like, yo, T.I. Live Your Life was like and this is like an open format. This is like an open format room where you're playing all the hits, you know. And Miami right now is it's reggaeton based open format, but you know the classics were hitting. You know, PSA, Jay-Z were like. So my conclusion to like ever since then, what I've realized is this: whatever came out during quarantine, right before quarantine, or whatever hasn't have a lifespan in the club doesn't work.
Right.
Those songs have not been force fed to people to listen. During quarantine, people have had the choice to listen to whatever they want. So certain songs that they didn't like, and if they didn't like it, they didn't have to listen to it. So, and the longevity and the lifespan of a certain song, like Zafaera, Bad Bunny, is like one of the top Latin songs to have come out in the last 5 years. It hits, but it didn't grow to its full spectrum or to its full longevity lifespan to hit the way it's supposed to hit. Savage, Meg Thee Stallion, like doesn't hit, does not hit. All those TikTok songs hit for 10 seconds as long as the TikTok is, and then that's it. So like it's a very, very, very weird kind of nostalgia more than anything. But now that things have been opened up a little bit more here, so people are kind of like have grown to those songs. But if you go to a market that's brand new, they're going to be excited to hear anything and everything. Right. But the new songs don't hit anything and everything that they know, but the new songs are not going to hit like you think they are. Like Cry Now, the Drake, Lil Durk.
Laugh Now, Cry Later.
Flops. Like it does not go anywhere. Like if it would have came out at the right time and clubs were open and everything was normal, it would have been on the God's Plan format, you know, like that baby. Like, but no, it's just people. They heard it. They've only heard it on their iPods, on their AirPods and shit. So like it doesn't grow. They haven't felt the song. So there's a lot of music like that hasn't hit like that because of, you know, feeling the music, hearing it outside of your car or outside of your AirPods. So
this is vital information. You are essentially a time traveler, and we are talking to someone from the future.
Right, pretty much,
dude.
Pretty much.
Absolutely.
My mind is blown. So what? All right, I'm going to put you in a position now. If you're the A&R, what's your rollout for these songs that should be fucking popping right now?
Do you sit on them?
I mean, they've been putting them out. Like a lot of people have been putting stuff out, and I think that they just they're basing it on the markets that are open. Like, so I heard Tyga's back in Miami, and he's making a lot of Latin shit. And I know he did a mixtape right now where he referenced a lot of Miami shit. So he's popping with El Alfa. He's popping with these people. So he's like, yo, Miami's open. The Latin shit is popping. Let me
I mean, that's kind of the cheat code right now, right? Is to get a Latin artist on your track, because
right. And I mean, and reggaeton is where EDM was in 2012 right now. You know, it has a few more years of glam, and then I believe pop is gonna come back heavy, like especially after a pandemic, like happy shit, like positive shit. People want that shit, you know.
Man, are we gonna get a happy Adele? We gonna get a happy Adele album?
Yeah, maybe.
Something like that for sure.
I think
I like Heartbroken Adele. That's just me. Sorry.
Yeah, I think those kind of records, I think those kind of like very happy, like joy kind of music will eventually come back in a few years or not. Or I mean, Dua Lipa's already kind of like single-handedly, and I had this conversation earlier because I heard a live mix from Texas, a venue in Texas that's open, and I heard a live mix, and they normally play a lot more stuff, and I told the DJ, like, yo, like, you played a lot of stuff that I play when I go over there, but is slowly being infiltrated here, because in Miami, after the EDM bubble, it was like taboo to play EDM. Like 2016, 18, like any ED, even like We Found Love, which is like a pop record, was like, you know, like, whoa, like, where you going? You know, like, no, like, we don't do that here. You know, like the fuck is this? You know, like, I'm like,
it's kind of funny.
You know, like, the fuck is
Everybody's
this?
like, yo, chill.
And I'm like, dog, you fucking 2 years ago, you yelled at me for playing Gasolina, but you wanted me to play this song. So, yeah, I feel like you just kind of have to put it out, because there's markets that are popping. Atlanta's popping, you know, and like you hear like Future saying, like, you hear the Mask references. And I was listening to Rap Caviar, like, just random songs, and the guy's like, you know, walked in that bitch, took my mask off, and I was like, wow, all right, like, this is gonna be dated rap, you know. And I'm a huge fan. Like, I'm a huge fan of like dated cultural, like, hit me on the two-way, like
time capsules.
Time capsule shit, you know, like technology references that are outdated. Like, I love it. So it's gonna be like, yo, COVID references, you know, like, gonna be like crack references, you know, like.
I can't remember what song it was recently, but somebody just made like a very blatant, like, quarantine, like, we're in quarantine. I think it was Tiger or somebody.
I just heard one as well.
Well, there's
a lot of songs with you know, we're just in quarantine, kind of, or quarantine booties, stuff like that.
Joel y Randy put out "Se acabó la cuarentena," like, quarantine's over, and that shit is like parade shit. Like, when you play that shit right now, like, at the brunch spot that I do, like, that's the song where they do the CO2 and all the bullshit, because it's like, you know, the song says, you know, quarantine's over. People are like singing it, you know, spreading corona, like, you know,
spreading corona,
like singing, like projecting their voice out, singing the song, but that's like for that angle, you know. These guys made the song like saying like, yo, quarantine's over, which is technically not, or whatever, but it's, I don't know, I think you got to put them out, and you just put them out the right way, you know. And I believe that right now, putting out music, I'm dropping a lot of fucking gems in this episode. I believe for any DJs or any artists that are putting out music, like, that budget, put that shit in TikTok, put that shit in influencers, put that shit, you know, have this fucking girl like, hey, look, this is my phone, like, my new phone case while the song is playing, and it's clickable on Spotify, where it's literally 1 click, 2 clicks to get a play, you know, like, put money into that, you know. That's where the money. That's where your ears are now in the club. Not that too many people Shazam. You're not breaking those kind of records. Like, French Montana is the only one that makes songs for the club. Like, only my fucking really stoner, like geeked out friends listen to French Montana to listen to French. You know, like, he makes songs for the clubs, and like those songs are like, put them out. You know, like.
I want to open this question up to the group. Do we think that people are putting out throwaway tracks right now? Or
absolutely. Drake is the king of it right now.
Yeah, I think for a while they were, and I think that he is right now. I mean, he did, like, Tootsie Slide, super trash record. Like, like,
he's put out I think what, three demo mixtapes during quarantine. So he just put one out just like a couple weeks ago.
Like, I didn't even hear the No Ceilings. Like, I didn't even hear anything.
Nothing.
You know, like,
even Busta Rhymes' new album, it had a lot of tracks on there that were from like the mid 2000s. A lot.
Yeah, he had a lot of old.
I was initially really stoked on that too.
Yeah. But we also got stuff like the Scotts from Travis Scott, and it's like, man, I think this would be a monster fucking song if we were open.
Yeah, true. True.
I think initially the entire country didn't anticipate that this process was going to take so long.
Right.
So I think maybe in the beginning, like people were holding off, like we'll wait till the clubs open up, and then once they realized that like 3 months in, like okay, this isn't a 3-month ordeal.
Yeah, and their
this
sound,
might take a little longer.
Their sound changes too. You know,
we don't know how long it's going to take.
Yeah,
it could be a year. It could be 9 months.
You hear more.
That's when people start putting out bullshit.
Right, and you would hear more like melodic records, more like passive records. There's an artist that told me this. He makes more dance. 110 to 130, he makes music in that range, and he put out a song, and he told me that it's doing really good, and he told me, hey, you know, you make a wide variety of music, you haven't made a 130 128 song in a while, what was the reason behind the song? And he said, right now, especially quarantine and you know, everything's gonna change, everything's, you know, space and everything, you want to put out music with a four on the floor. Like you want to put out music that people can dance by themselves. People can be vibing, and you know, a 128, you know, a house song is gonna have a groove, and it's gonna have more of like a melody and something that's gonna make you vibe. The music is gonna work on you more than like listening to like a 80 BPM rap song that the lyrics is more the impact. You know what I'm saying? So he thought about that, like, I want to make music that's gonna like be more groovy because people can kind of dance on their own. It's an interesting take.
Absolutely.
You know, it's kind of real, like, you know, like music, like house music, you bob, you know, your body like catches the beat. So
it's all very Blade Runner-esque, where you're like, man, I'm just making music for my own to listen at home or whatever, you know, and like. When I wanted to ask you guys might know better than me. When did Bust It come out?
Like
what song?
Wait, Busta, the Bust.
Bust It, that TikTok song, Bust It.
Who was that? It came out. It came out over the fall.
Okay, so during quarantine.
No, definitely.
No, it's super recent.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was this past year or before, because I saw that video of her performing it to like a huge fucking room of people, and I was like, this may be new, or maybe.
I think that was like the summer. But when she performed it, it was already quarantine. It was like in Houston or something.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, like. It wasn't at a venue. It wasn't pre-quarantine.
Damn. So she's just gonna come out with like the biggest song ever, basically for her, and then just kind of ride that wave.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she is going to.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I wonder if Nelly's blown up again because of that.
Probably.
Like Hot in Here.
Yeah.
April.
Yeah. By Erica Banks.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Okay. Yeah. Sidebar. Anyways, sorry, that song fucking bugs me out. That's something I want to hear your guys' takes on this. What do we think about that sample and how it's used?
It's cool. It's a halftime. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not a fan.
I like it, but we weren't outside. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I honestly think I would have loved to see that go off in the club.
Yeah.
Like, I really do. I want to see all the girls dancing to that song in the club.
Is that where we see the whole room just drop at the same time? Just, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Imagine.
It was like that's how kind of like the what is it called? The Baby Bop. It's kind of like when Bop comes on. And no matter what, you see the thugs, you know, the white boys, they're all doing the dance. Right when that beat hits. Yeah.
It's almost like shoot dance, where it's just everyone was shoot dance, like
Or even it kind of has the same drop as Dougie.
I think the route now is to blow your shit up on TikTok and then just kind of figure it out after that.
Why not?
I got a buddy who's an A&R and an artist manager out here, and one of his artists just song that he made 5 years ago just blew up on TikTok and is garnering him a pretty hefty bag. So I think that's kind of the move. Like, if you have a song that make sure you just have all your fucking music available on Spotify with all the correct credits, because if it blows up, that's an automatic check.
Yeah,
because that counts. Those counts as listens.
Yeah.
You can go platinum because of a TikTok.
No, definitely, and that's what I was saying earlier too. You know, like, it's definitely, I think it's a lane that most people should be using, and it's a lane that you're definitely hitting numbers. You know, like, and also it's what kids are listening to.
Yeah,
like, kids listen to music. Like, kids know older songs because of TikTok. Like, I've you know, one of my boys, he's very into TikTok, like, research purposes. And he's like, yo, you know what's popping this week? And he'll give me the song, and it's like Return of the Mac. And I'm like,
right.
Fuck. He's like, oh, there's a fucking TikTok with fucking Return of the Mac on it.
Which, by the way, Post Malone did Return of the Mac.
No way.
And it was great.
Really?
Yes, he did.
I've
So random.
I've seen the rock ones. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, check that one out.
I haven't seen that. All right, we're gonna wrap it up here. I know, Cass, we've been holding you around for a minute.
No, you're good.
Masterclass Cass.
The last segment I want to do with you is a new segment we've been doing called One Word. Okay. I'm going to say one word, and you're going to say one word, the first word that comes to mind after I say my word.
All right.
Starting with this. First word that comes to mind when I say Miami.
Fun.
Wood Tavern.
Life.
DJ Cass.
Odd. Awk. I was gonna say awk.
And last but not least, 2021.
Growth.
I like that. I like that. Cass, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, my guy.
Let everyone listening know where they can find you. Tell them about the podcast, about the Twitch streams, about your socials. Hit them with it.
All right. First of all, DJ KA5 on most platforms. Instagram is the one that I work on the most, at DJ KA5. DJs, if you're listening to this, hit me up. I will shoot you my edits, my little sampler, because I have a Patreon. So let's go down the list. I have a Patreon. I put up edits every week. I make the dumbest, cleverest, useless, and I also make like random, useful, older stuff. I make stuff that I use. Like, and I'll give you, like, an edit pack is gonna be like a puzzle, and I'll give you this piece, and it goes with this piece, and then this piece goes with that piece. So I'll give you an acapella out for the wordplay. Like, I don't like the pre-made shit. Clever shit, whatever, that's on my Patreon, patreon.com/DJ KA5. My Twitter, only one, it's DJ_K5. That's where I talk the most shit. I've been pretty silent lately because I'm cooking something up.
Okay.
But then I have MIA Radio on Instagram and all the platforms. We're on Spotify too. We're back on Spotify. Podcast app, Mixcloud. Then I have Rebota on People's Globalization, SiriusXM, every Tuesday, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. That's me and DJ Live It Up. It's Miami to the world. Same format of this one. We do everything because we do Latin, we do rap, we do hip hop, we do freestyle, we do like 90s dance, we do everything. Then I have Vibras on Power 96. I do the curation with DJ Live It Up for that one. That's Power is, you know, the biggest station in Miami. The rap, the pop, not pop station. It's not rap, but it's not pop. It's like Power 106 in LA. Like, it's the white station. Every Sundays we do that. And then what else? I have a project coming out with two different artists. One's really big, kind of helping him curate some shit. And then another one is a producer who's produced a ton of like plaque certified artist stuff that has a project on his own, helping him with that too. And
we're not naming names yet.
No, just I really can't. But it's
the NDA.
There's no NDA yet, but it's not tied in yet. But just helping him with that.
Understand.
A lot of things that during quarantine were kind of like, you know, plant the seed are starting to grow and starting to blossom. And DJ KA5.com is my landing site that has links to everything. So if you can't figure anything out, DJ KA5 on Instagram. Yeah, I mean, Instagram is my main DJ focused work platform. Twitter is talking shit to DJs. And I mean, talking shit about DJ-ish related shit. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. And DJs, like, feel free to hit me up if you have any questions, any questions, like anything that I talked on that you might want to know more. I'm always down to help younger DJs. On my Patreon, I also do like Zoom meetings and stuff like that. So any DJ that's interested in learning shit, you know, I'll spit free game, but then we can switch it up. So,
all right.
Yeah.
I like that. Cass, you are a sage, my friend.
Yes.
Love your style, love your DJing, love it all. Yeah. Make sure to check him out if you are in Miami. Hit this gentleman up. He's giving you a huge lifeline right now and saying he does reply. Yeah. He's got a Patreon. He will help you out. Most DJs in his position would say, fuck off, find your own way. Right. But this gentleman is paying it forward. And for that, we appreciate you, my friend.
Yes, we do. Appreciate you. Boom, 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 boom.
Boom, boom, boom. Everyone stay safe. Wear your mask. Quarantine is not over. Despite this song.
If you, whatever I said, do not listen to any life advice. Party advice, yes. Life advice, no.
Yeah, make sure you go check out that gentleman if you're in Miami.
Yes.
His Thursday party, I played it. It's fucking bananas. It honestly, like you said, it's a place where a DJ can be a DJ.
Yeah.
And there's really not a lot of places like that now, especially after all of this shit. So shout out to Wood Tavern and the fine folks out there too. I think that'll wrap it up for this week. Anything else you got to share with anyone, Cass?
No, just stay safe. Think about others more than you think about yourself when it comes to all this. And I mean, I don't know, just don't let anything stop you. Remember that you everything's on your hands. Like, you could do it. Like there's things that you think are stopping you from accomplishing things, but you can do it. Like, it's all in your head. I don't know.
Right.
I like that.
Words of wisdom.
I like that. Travis Neek.
DJ Cass.
Travis Neek, anything we gotta share?
Not a damn thing.
Yo, thank you. Wash your hands.
Yeah. Wash your hands, wash your ass.
Thank you so much, though, for
Wash your hands. We will be getting into more Miami DJ interviews down the road, but I had to hit up this gentleman right away because he is a sage. He is a great homie of mine.
Wait, are we done with the Miami takeover?
We still have Jessica Who.
We do.
We still have Jessica Who, and Jessica and I talk quite a bit, and that might have to be an in Miami thing where we just go down there and just, you know, once
we'll do an episode on the beach.
On the beach, yeah. Next week we have coming live from Chicago, Show You Suck, a fantastic rapper, fantastic human being, philanthropist, vocal in his community. He has this show every morning on Instagram called Good Morning, where he just sings to you. He sings good morning to you every morning. So that is next week with Show You Suck. Good homie, and one half of Slush Cult, the clothing line. So check him out as well. And we will see you guys next week. Stay safe, wear your masks.
We out.
And go check out Cass in Miami. Peace.